In the last 24 hours, Solana's had a good pump, but don't be fooled. It's still looking like an end of a correction where we should be betting the price to go down. And today I'm going to show you why. So let's dive straight into Solana. So I'm on a 60-minute chart with Solana, and there's something that you really want to recognize when it comes to this pattern. But before I go into the detail, I want to read you a quote from my book. It's actually chapter 5, Leonardo da Vinci. Very relevant. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, right? Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And what I like to do with a chart when we're looking at price action is to know, is it in an impulsive trend? So when Solana's been moving down, this is clearly impulsive on the downside. However, this move here, these are called overlapping waves, where we're not getting new higher highs and higher lows. They're literally overlapping with each other, right? That's a sign of a correction. In other words, it indicates to us that we're probably going to get at some point a continuation to the downside and take out this low, right? That's really important to recognize. So I'm going to zoom in now right up until this point in Solana. And there's a couple of other things as well. So remember, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And by the way, if you want a free copy of my book, you can actually, in the description link below, you can get it for free instantly. Right? We've made it free. You get amazing value from it. It's really around mindset and getting your goal setting right. And there's a few, just how to think about money. It's going to be some really cool stuff in there for you. So with Solana, the most recent price action, obviously we had the Fed announcement the other day, caused a nice pump into many cryptos over here. What I want to talk about is, in the spirit of simplicity, we've had this move down, which was relatively impulsive. However, this movement up again are overlapping waves, and that's indicative of a correction. But the most important thing to know, or one of the most important things to know about a correction, is that it tends to end in a 5-wave sequence. That's correct. Even with a complex correction, where it's not very clear, because more often than not, you get a simple, most common is an A, B, C correction. This over here is a much more complex correction. But what you want to know is, more often than not, a correction will finish in a 5-wave sequence. So what do we see here with the red line? Well, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a potential wave 5, or towards a wave 5. I like to put a question mark to remind us that it's not confirmed. By the way, if you would like my Elliott wave counts, I'm doing Elliott wave count. These 5-wave sequences called Elliott waves, where the markets tend to move in 5s and 3s. You can also now get my charts for free. Yeah, all my charts for free. You can view them, and you can also upload them into your own trading view. Solana's over here. Got a few of the others as well that you get access to, just to help you on your trading journey. Because sometimes I know it's difficult to do the technical analysis, so you just get a head start. So what we're looking at here with Solana, there's a couple of things. One is, we want to be really aware of the indicators on the weekly and the daily time frames. We're on a 60-minute right now, but they are both overbought, indicating that we're likely to be sideways to down over the next few weeks overall on a more macro picture. And over here, if we look at the pattern, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we've got some time analysis. I won't go into too much detail, but by the date of, what's this date? It's pretty much today, we might be seeing a top for Solana. We've got some key price ratios, Fibonacci price ratios that I did earlier today as well. But what I would like to see is something called a pattern reversal signal, which is a move to the downside that's bigger than this previous move to the downside. Right? If it's bigger in both time and price, that'll be healthy. Wait for the first pullback. And then I'm looking to short Solana. And some people maybe think I'm crazy, but it's just a very easiest, obvious, got a bit of a dry throat today. Very easy, obvious, simple methodology. Double time frame momentum is pointing down. In other words, the rate of change is telling us that a local top is likely. We've got this overlapping wave sequence and this 5-wave structure over here. So we get a nice movement to the downside, especially if we take out this swing low. That will give us more confidence over here. And that would be ideal, actually, if it was a big move to the downside and a nice pullback. That would be my favorite. That would be my favorite. But we'll see how the pattern unfolds. But really, with Solana, the main thing is don't be fooled by the last 24 hours with this impulsive move to the upside. People think this is going to shoot up. I mean, it could. Anything is possible because it's probabilities, never certainties, but it's unlikely. By the way, I want to invite you to something else. I want to invite you to my R15 Crypto Gym, where I actually do detailed daily analysis with Solana and some other coins as well. And you have to see the detailed analysis, and we break it down to already see the setup based on momentum, pattern, price, and time. £1, you get a 30-day trial, loads of goodies in there. You'll get some. You also get invited to my private Telegram group as well. So if you like today's content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. But just remember, Leonardo da Vinci says it nicely. I remember it off the top of my head now. It's simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. When we see a pattern structure that's overlapping waves, that indicates to us we're going to get a continuation of the former trend, and the most previous move was to the downside. Momentum's also pointing down, and there's a few other indicators. So if I'm betting on the price, it's down. So I'm looking to short Solana still, and until I see the momentum reverse and some other indicators, then it's still pointing down. So there you have it. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow in tomorrow's Solana workout in the R15 Crypto Gym. Loads of goodies there. People are loving it. But remember, the trend is your friend. Ride it until its end, until it reaches its bend.